So how to declare array variables? So you have to declare array variable like this, a data type, square brackets, array name. So this array name is called array variable. So data type, you know already, primitive and non-primitive data types. So int, char, double, byte, etc. are any Java objects. So array name is, it's an identifier, you can give your own name, any name. So double, square bracket, data. So data is an array that can hold the values of type double. The following statements are examples for array variables. So int square bracket, list, string square bracket, fruits, rectangle square bracket, boxes. So these are the different arrays and their so different things. But how many elements an array can hold? So based on the size, whatever you are giving. So the size you can give, you can declare array. So double square bracket data. So data equal to new double 10. You can give this. So that's a new double 10. So that's how we can store the size of the array, how many you can store. 10 elements you can store in this array. So creating array object. So after you declare the array variable, the next step is to create the object and assign to that variable. See, this is the one. Data type, square bracket, array name equal to new data type size. So this is how to create the array. So these formulas you need to remember. If anybody asks you how to create an array, so simply you need to follow this. Data type, square bracket, array name equal to new data type size. So or you can use this format, data type, array name, square bracket equal to new data type size. And another one, data type, array name, square bracket equal to new data type, square bracket. So all the elements you can store, element 1, comma, element 2, comma, element 3, comma, element 4, comma, element 5. So you can store the elements like this also. So this is another way to store the elements in the array. So any one format you can use. So not necessary you have to use this one only. And see here, list new int 10. Fruits equal to new string 5. Boxes equal to new rectangle 4. So declaring array variable and creating array object can be done in single statement like this. Int marks equal to new int 5. See that? First element will go to this. So marks of 0. Here you can put some value. Marks of 1 means this one. Marks of 2 means this value. Marks of 3 this value. Marks of 4 is this value. So how to initialize arrays in Java? How to initialize arrays in Java? So as I already mentioned, you can initialize the values directly also. So you can initialize double square bracket prices equal to curly bracket 10.5, 20.1, 14, 39. So these are the values you can store and you can assign. So you're initializing the array like this also. This is also one way to create an array. See, int square bracket a is equal to, this is another way, declare and initialize the array. So you're declaring array variable and you're initializing the array. So that's another way to do that. And how you can access the first. So this means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the array variable. Okay. So next, see, is of 0 means you will get a 12. Is of 1, is square bracket 1 means 4 you will get. Age square bracket 2 means 5 you will get. Age square bracket 2 means this one. Age square bracket 3 means you will get this. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how we can access array elements. And how to access array elements? So what is the answer you have to give? Array name, square bracket, index. So this is the very important. How to access array elements? You have array elements, and how you can access them randomly, or any element you want to, particular element you want to access. Array name square bracket index. Array name square bracket. So index you have to write. So accessing array elements, here I have given already. See, so 0, this one. Is of 1 means 4. Is of 2 means 5. Is of 3 means 2. Is of 4 means 5 you will get. So that's the one example. So how you can assign the value? For example, first you created array. So array equal to new int 10, right? You created an array variable, and then the next line you are assigning, okay? The member of 10 integers you are assigning, allocating for this array. Array of 0, array of 1, array of 2, array of 3, array of 4, like that you can assign the values. So 10 values. So why 0 to 9 only? Why array of 10 is not there?
Because if it would mean 10, it would actually mean index number 11, because it starts with 0 instead of 1.
Yeah, it starts from 0, right? That's why. So it is. So always 10 means 0 to 9. If the array size is 5, then 0 to 4. Okay, always see size minus 1 is your last element index. What is the last element index?
Size
Total
minus
size
1.
minus 1. That's your last. See here, the last element index is, the size is 10. 10 minus 1, 9. See, you got the last element index. Even you don't need to hard code. So you just write array dot length minus 1. Then you will get this index. Okay. That's how we can use formulas. So we have to use the formulas only. So let me show. Okay. So what is the array length? All arrays have one instance variable called length. So what is that? All arrays have one instance variable length. So length is the instance variable of your array. Basically, it contains a number of elements. You can use this value as the upper bound of the loop rather than a constant value. You can use the length as your upper bound. And it will give you, so if you use that, it returns an integer value, the variable name equal to array name dot length property. So that will give value. How can you get the last element position of the array? So array name dot length -1. Array name dot length -1 you can use. So how can you get the particular position element from the array? So array name of index. Array name of index. So you can give array name of index. So you can access, basically this is accessing the array element. Repeating this point because this is the crucial. Everywhere you will use this point. If you are working with the arrays means you should be very clear on this point. Why you need this array name of index, why you need to access the array element. To get the last element position, what is the formula? Array name dot length -1. Okay. So these three formulas, you should be very strong on these formulas. So when you will get array index out of bounds exception. So there are three cases you can get the array index out of bounds exception. If the index value given as a negative, but generally it starts with a 0, right? But suppose if you are given a negative by mistakenly or whatever it is, then system will throw array index out of bounds exception. Array index out of bounds exception, you will get it. And a second point, if we enter or insert an element at a wrong index, so even array more than the size, or you are trying to access the element from the array, but there is no elements in the array. So both the cases, and you will get an array index out of bounds exception. I'll show you this when we are doing coding. Array size is 0 and trying to access the array elements. That will throw array index out of bounds exception. So these are the three cases you will see array index out of bounds exception at a runtime. This is the runtime exception class. So you will get a array index out of bounds exception at a runtime. So compile time, it won't bother you. But while executing the code, after execution of your code, and you can see this array index out of bounds exception. So when you will get a negative array size exception, if you provide array length as a negative, then at runtime, it will throw negative array size exception, right? You will get a negative array size exception. When you will get a negative array size exception, when you are given a array length as a negative, you are giving array length as a negative, then you will get this. Okay. So these are the some of the exceptions, very important. So let's see one example. We'll see int array equal to new int 5. So that means the array size is 5. I created an array, integer type of array. So now you need to insert elements, right? There is no elements here. How to insert? This is the formula. Array name of index equal to value. So this assignment operator, this value will go and store in this index. So in the memory, the partitions of the memory will create for these 5 elements. So in the top, I have shown in one of the paragraph. So see, array name is ARR of 0 equal to 10. That means, so this is the memory, that memory, this 10 will go and store. So array of 1, second place, it will store 15. ARR of 2, third place, 20 will store. Fourth place, 25. Fifth place, 30. And and the sixth place, I'm storing 45. Is this valid?
No.
So can you store this array of fifth? Array of fifth means, so what is the element count?
6.
Sixth element. So sixth element you cannot place because there are only 5. You count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Till here only. So if you enter more than that, so what will happen? You will get at runtime array index out of bounds exception. So that's what I was talking. If you enter more than the array size, so that means here we're entering here more than this array size. That's why what is the exception you will get here? Array index out of bounds exception. I've shown you the reason also here. Okay. Okay. So that's the one, example for integer array, how to store and what will happen if you enter more than the array size. So now how to print this array? How to print this array? You can print the array either using a for each loop or by normal for loop. So for each loop syntax, for bracket, data type of the array, space, variable name, colon, array name or collection name. So collection we are not using now, we are using arrays at this point. So later you can use collection also. So then statements you can print it. So now I can use that above array to print this. See, for as it is, you write for bracket. So what is the data type of your array? In this, what is the data type of your array?
Integer.
Int. So you give the int. And you give any variable. I have given a colon. So what is the array name here?
ARR.
ARR. So I have given array name ARR. Now what will happen is this A first goes to first place of this array. What is the first place? We have
0.
No, first place, what is the value?
10.
10. So the value now A contains 10. Okay, 10 is there in the array. So then it is true, it will come inside and A value 10 will print. Okay. Now A automatically moves to second position. In the second position, what is the value is there?
15.
15. So now A value contains 15, not the previous value. So 15 will be there and 15 will print. Now A automatically moves to third place. Third place, what is the value? 20 is there. So now A contains 20 and 20 will print. Now A automatically moves to next fourth place. So fourth place, 25 is there. So now A value is 25 and it will print 25. Again, it will move to next fifth place, that is 30. So now A value is 30. So now system.out.println 30 will print. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 will print. So that is the how you can iterate using for each loop. For each loop. And normal for loop. Normal for loop is for bracket, initialization, semicolon, condition, semicolon, increment or decrement. Then statements. So how you can access this array elements? Using array name of index. Now here is the index. For int I equal to 0. So now I is the index variable. I less than or equal to array dot length minus 1. So less than or equal to array dot length minus 1 and I plus plus. Then how you can access the array element? System.out.println array name of index. The index variable is I. So in the print statement, you are printing each array element. So how we to write? Array name, square bracket. What is the index variable? I. In the always for loop, the array index is going to be I. So array name of index. See, array name, the index, this is used to access the array elements. Again, I'm repeating how to access the array elements one more time. So almost I told more than 5 times, right? How to access array elements. Again, I'm repeating. So everywhere you will get this concept. Every program, this is the concept for loop you will use. Then array name value if you want. Array name of square bracket int index you will write. See, array first value 0 and array of 0. Array, so second value array of 1. Array third value array of 2. Array of 3. Array of 4. Every time I value changes, here I value replace here. That's it. So that's how you can access the array elements. So I want to print array in reverse order. Reverse order means this one, right?
Mhm.
30, 25, 20, that's. So now, how can you, so you need to start with the last element. So then for bracket int I equal to, what is the last element index? Array name dot length minus 1. That's your initialization. But here, what is our initialization here?
0.
0 first element. Okay, from
Mhm.
first element onwards. The first element index is 0. And here, so if we want this last element index, so int I equal to last element index is array dot length minus 1. So then, so it's a descending order, right? So
Mhm.
descending order means I greater than or equal to 0. You have to go till first element. First element index is 0. And it is a descending order, so you have to decrement I minus minus. Okay,
Mhm.
this is clear.
Clear.
Okay, good. So then let's say see some more programs, and we can create a program, and we can play around with that program. So you can try. Okay. So we have to take array programs, right? We don't have it. Right? Yeah, we don't have. Okay. So let me take it from here. Control structures, array demo. Yeah. So the first program is I want to print vowels. So what are the vowels?
A, E, I, O, U.
A, E, I, O, U, right? The how many total?
5.
5. So I want to create a vowels are so char data type, right? So
Mhm.
see, first I'm creating the array syntax. Data type, square bracket, array name equal to new. So data type, square bracket size. So now I'll replace what is the data type, my vowels, char data type. So then square bracket. So array name I have given vowels equal to new char square bracket 5. So this is the how you can so create vowels. So vowels array I created. Now I need to store the, let's find out the length of this array, vowels array length. So system.out.println vowels size is vowels dot length, vowels dot length. And so vowels of 0, A, vowels of 1, E, array name of 2, I, array name of 3, O, array name of 4, U. But if we, so let me show you the, say compile time, are you getting any error here?
No.
No error, right?
Mhm.
So, but you're storing a 6th element. So then what will happen in this line? You will get a array index out of bounds exception. Then your code, this code won't execute. If you get an exception on particular line, the code won't execute. So this line onwards, so this code will execute, but from this line onwards, code won't execute. It will terminate. Your program will terminate here itself. See now, if you execute, your program will terminate now. See what is the, so just executed this statement only. And then terminated. What is the exception? Exception in thread main. So in the main method, right? We are calling under main method. That's why you are getting a exception in thread main, right? So, and see that main method you are calling, and print vowels line number 20. See that line number 20 you got. This is how you can debug step by step. So method name and line number, this one. Okay. And the method name, the line number 20. So what is the exception? Array index out of bounds exception. Index 5 out of bounds for length 5. So your length is 5, but you are storing a 6th element. That is the reason it is throwing array index out of bounds exception. Clear? When you will get array index out of bounds exception. Practically I am showing that. And one more time, if I give a negative, so the size of array I am giving a negative. Let's see what is the exception you will get. So what is the exception you got?
Negative array size exception.
Negative array size exception. You should not give array size as a negative. That also I covered. Okay. So these are all runtime exceptions, not compile time. Compile time is while writing the code, you should throw error, but we are not getting a compile time. So once you run only, you are getting these exceptions. That's why those are called runtime exceptions. Now, so find the last element index. So int last element index equal to array name dot length -1. This is the formula fixed formula. You have to by heart. If you don't know, it's difficult in the programs. If you want to write programs, you want the last element index. You should not hard code. You should not hard code 4. What you need to write? Array name dot length -1 you have to write. If you want first element, you write array of 0. But if you want last element index, you have to write this formula, vowels dot length -1. That's a fixed. Your array name dot length -1. That's always you have to write. So for example, you want to access third element, array name of 2. You want to access last element, array name of, see that I have used this variable, last index. Now I want to iterate the or print the array elements using for each loop. See that for. So the data type of for each loop, again repeating, for bracket data type variable name colon array name. So logic. So for you have written for bracket data type is a char. So vowel. So variable name is vowel colon vowels array name. So it's just a variable. So this represents the each element of this array. That's why it got a name for each loop. Why this got a for each loop? This variable represents the each element of this array. And that element you can use inside the body. See, this is the vowel. It represents the first element, first time. So that first time will value will print. Vowel array. So it will go for the second element. Second element value it will get. Next vowel go to third element. Third element value will get. Fourth element value. Fifth element value. Sixth element, it won't go for the sixth because it's a false. There is no value here. So that's why it won't come inside again. Okay, that's how this will execute. So are you clear on this, how it executes for each loop?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so using, you can print your array using normal for loop also. Normal for loop means for int I equal to 0 and I less than vowels dot length I plus plus. See here, first 0. So again, for loop, how to execute for loop, you should know by this time, right? So 0. So 0 less than vowels dot length. What is the vowels dot length value?
5.
5. So 0 less than 5, true. So once it is, this condition is true, where it will go cursor?
Body.
Body. So it will come here and vowels of I. What is the I value currently?
0.
0. So vowels of 0. Vowels of 0 value. So what is the vowels of 0 value? A will print. Next. So body is over. Where it will go?
The increment.
Increment. So what is the current I value? 0 plus 1. So 1 is the I value it will become. Now 1 less than 5, true, comes inside array of 1, vowels of 1. So a E will print. And again, I value will increment, I value becomes 2. So then condition, it will go to condition 2 less than 5, true, comes inside vowels of 2. So I will print. Again, I value will increment to 3 and it will check the condition again, 3 less than 5, true, and it comes into the body, vowels of 3 is O will print. And I value increments to 4 and 4 less than 5, true, and it comes inside vowels of 4 value will print. And again, so I value will increment to 5, 5 less than 5 false, it doesn't come inside. So this is the all the iterations. If you do manually, it will help. Next, the same. So you want to iterate in the reverse order. So for int I equal to last element index and I greater than 0 first element index, I minus minus. So 4 greater than 0 true and vowels of I value 4 and that is U will print. Then I value reduces 4 minus 1 3 and vowels of 3 and so again 3 minus 1 2 vowels of 2 and I value becomes 1 then 0 and it will print then minus 1 greater than 0 false, it doesn't come inside. So this is how all your code will execute. Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue. So tomorrow timings is 5:30 MS